Hi students, we are looking at Engineering Mathematics 1 Algebra, okay, for diploma students of Tamil Nadu. This is where we stopped in the last class, binomial theorem, okay. Let's see the introduction part first. The word binomial stands for expressions having two terms. Bi means two, nomial means terms, okay, that means essentially two terms. For example, bicycle, okay, binocular, binary. These are all represent two things. Here two wheels. Here you. I need not to say. Here 0 or 1. Right. Binary means either 0 or 1. Two things it represents. Alright. Right. Let's see the factorial notation. The product of first n natural numbers is denoted by n factorial. Can be represented in this way or in this way. This is quite common. Okay. Let me highlight this. This is quite common. Oh. Yes. Okay, that is quite common. This is read as n factorial. N factorial is defined as 1 into 2 into 3 into and so on up to n. Okay. For a positive integer n factorial is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on 3 into 2 into 1. Now we just wrote it in the reverse order. Okay. Here we started with 1. Here we started with n in the reverse order. Okay. Why we started with n? There is an intention. The intention is that we can also represent this one as n into n minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 factorial into n. Okay. Or otherwise n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. This part. Okay. This is for n greater than 1. Why n greater than 1? If n is not greater than 1, that is undefined, right? Negative integers, the factorial is not defined. Okay, only for it is defined for positive integers and 0. So n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 for n greater than 2 and so on. Okay, n minus 2 factorial. What is 1 factorial? 1 into 1. 2 factorial? 2 into 1. 3 factorial? 1 into 2 into 3. Okay. So the notation n factorial was introduced by Christian Cramp, the French mathematician. Okay, let's see permutations. Okay, the number of arrangements that can be made out of n things taken or at a time is called the permutation of n things taken or at a time. Okay, permutation of n things taken or at a time. Consider any three objects. The above example shows 6 possible ways in which they can arrange themselves. What are those possible ways? First, put A in the first place, B, C. Okay. Now interchange these two, C, B. Okay. And put B in the first place. Put A and C. And then interchange A and C. Put C in the first place, write A and B. And interchange A and B. So there are only 6 possible ways. Okay. Thus, if 3 objects have to be arranged in a row, there are 3 into 2 into 1, 3 factorial possible permutations. Okay, taken at a time. Like that, 4 objects are taken at a time, 4 factorial. 5 objects taken at a time, 5 factorial. Suppose you have 7 objects. We want to make a group of 4 objects. Then we get the result as NPR. Okay, what is NPR? N factorial by n minus 1 n minus r factorial. Okay, this was defined as NPR. Okay, so in this example 7 objects and you have to take 4 objects at a time. You have to make group of 4 objects, so 7p4. Okay. So the number of distinct permutations of R objects which can be made out of n distinct objects is n factorial by n minus r factorial, denoted by npr. Okay. So combinations, that is permutations. Combinations is the selection of n things taken or at a time. Consider the badminton team. with 4 members named as A, B, C, D, but the first match will allow only 2 members. So the possible choices are AB, AC, AD, that is 1, BC, BD, these are 2, CD. So how many possible choices you got? 6. Thus the number of combinations of 4 different players taken 2 at a time is 6. The number of combinations of n different objects taken are at a time is represented by NCR. That one is permutation, this one is combination or selection. Okay. So how they are related? NPR equal to NCR into R factorial. Okay. Now you can apply the formula and see whether it is working or not. Okay. So the above result is relationship between permutation and combination. Value of permutation and combination. Permutation is NPR, combination is NCR. Number of permutations. Yeah, from the formula you can find what is NCR and what is NPR. NCR is n factorial by n minus r factorial by r factorial. Okay. Number of permutations of n different things taken r at a time. Number of combinations of n things taken r at a time. N are non-negative integers. Here also n are non-negative integers. R less than or equal to n. Always r less than or equal to n. So NPR is n factorial by n minus r factorial. So NPN is n factorial, right? What is NPN? N factorial by n minus n factorial. That is 0 factorial is 1. Okay. So n factorial. NP1 is n factorial by n minus 1 factorial. That is nothing but n. Okay. So NCR is n factorial n minus r factorial into r factorial. What is NCN then? N factorial by 0 factorial n factorial. So 1 NC0 n factorial by n factorial, that is 1. NC1 n factorial by n minus 1 factorial n factorial by n minus 1 factorial 1 factorial, that is n. Okay. So NCR is also equal to NC n minus r. From the formula you can find it. Okay. Both will be same. NCR by NCR minus 1 will be how much? N minus r plus 1 by r. Okay. This result you can check also. If NCR equal to NC2, either r equal to 2 or or n minus r equal to 2. Okay. Or r equal n equal to r plus 2. This is not q, this is this is 2. Okay. Then we will change with big 2. No, small error y to take big 2. Okay, only take 2. That's a printing mistake anyway. Okay, this is 2. Right. Let's see some examples. Find the number of permutations of 6 objects or taken 4 at a time. Apply the formula 6p4, 6 factorial by 6 minus 4 factorial, nothing but 6 into 5 into 4 into 3, that is 360. 34 is 120, 123 is 360. In how many ways can 7 books be arranged in a shelf? 7 factorial, these many ways. In how many ways 4 boys can be seated in a long beach? 4 factorial. Find the values of these values. You can easily find by using the formulas, right? Binomial expressions. This chapter deals with the expansion of the various powers of binomial expression. Before we state the general theorem, we can recall some known results for known powers of binomial expressions. That is x plus y whole square. You might be knowing x square plus 2xy plus y square. Similarly, x plus y whole cube, x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube, or x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into x plus y. In the other way also you can write x plus y whole power 4 is x power 4, 4x cube y, 6x square y square, 4xy cube plus y power 4. The above results may be easily verified by direct multiplication. Yes, that we can do. But for any positive integer n, we define the general theorem known as binomial theorem as given below. The binomial theorem for positive integral index for any positive integer n, x plus a whole power n equal to x power n plus nc1 x power n minus 1 a power 1, nc2 x power n minus 2 a square, nc3 x power n minus 3 a cube, and so on, ncr x power n minus r a power r plus and so on a power n. Okay, the number of terms in the expansion is n plus 1. See here, this is square, right? This is square. How many terms are there? 3 terms are there. Cube, 4 terms are there. 4, 5 terms are there. So if it is n plus 1 terms will be there in the expansion. General term of binomial expansion is ncr x power n minus r a power r. Okay, and this is r plus 1th term. Okay, so tr plus 1 equal to the term r plus 1 is ncr x power n minus r a power r. Every term is of the nth degree in x and a. These degrees you add them up, n minus r, nothing but n, right? Any degree you add, this is n minus 1 plus 1 n minus 2 plus 2 n, up to here every degree is of n. Okay, nth degree in both x and a. nc1, nc2, ncr are called the binomial coefficients. The binomial coefficients are all integers since ncr is an integer. Coefficients of the terms equidistant from the beginning and end of the expansion are equal since ncr equal to nc n minus r. That you can see here. See, this is second term from the first, this is second term from the last, second term from the first, second term from the last. They are equal. Why? Because ncr equal to nc n minus r. Find the general term in the expansion of x power 2 power x whole power 12. So let's take this as x. This is a as 2 by x, n as 12. The general term is what? ncr x power n minus r a power r. So 12 cr x power 12 minus r 2 by x whole power r. So 12 cr 2 power r, fine. X power 12 minus r x power 12 minus 2r. Okay, so the general term is 12 cr 2 power r x power 12 minus 2r. Find the general term in the expansion x square minus 2 by x whole power 9. Similarly we will do, right? N is 9, so 9 cr x power n minus r, x in place of x square is there, x square power 9 minus r, a power r, in place of a minus 2 by x is there, so minus 2 by x whole power r. Now you do simplification, you will get 9 cr minus 2 whole power r x power 18 minus 3r. Okay, find the seventh term in the expansion x square plus 1 by x whole power 10. Simple, right? ncr x power n minus r a power r. To find the seventh term, put r equal to 6. So 10 c 6 x square whole power 10 minus 6 1 by x whole power 6. Okay, this is x power 8, this is 1 by x power 6, so x square 10 c 6. Okay, n is even, there exists only one middle term, that is n plus 2 by 2th term. Okay, If n is odd, there exist two middle terms. They are n plus 1 by 2, n plus 3 by 2. Okay, let's check this. When n is odd, that is when n is 3. Okay, x plus y whole cube, right? In that way, 3 plus 1 by 2, 4 by 2. Second term, 3 plus 3 by 2. 6 by 2, 2 and 3 both are middle. N is even means take n is equal to 4. 4 plus 2 by 2, there is only one middle term, right? 6 by 2, that is 3. Expand 5x minus y whole power 4 using binomial theorem. Okay, follow the same procedure. How many terms will come? 5 terms have to come. Put r0 to r4, r equal to 4. Okay, and add them up. Find the middle term in the expansion. 16 plus 2 by 2, how much? 18 by 2. Ninth term is the middle term. Then you need to find T9. T9 means r plus 1 is 9, r equal to 8. Okay, we'll proceed as usual. Find the middle term. Find the coefficient of x power 32 in the expansion of x power 4 plus 1 by x cube whole power 15. How to find? First find the general term. N here. Yeah, n is how much? 15. So 15 here. X power n minus r. X power 4 whole power 15 minus r. 1 by x cube whole power r. So x power 3r. This is 3r. So 15 into 4 60. 60 minus 4r minus 3r. 60 minus 7r. What you want? You want actually the coefficient of x power 32. So 60 minus 7r must be equal to 32. Then what is the value of r? R equal to 4. R4 means fifth term, right? R equal to 4 means fifth term. So fifth term means 15 CR, right? 15 C4. That is the value. Independent term. When we find coefficient of x power 0, we get independent term of x. Okay, independent term means x power 0. 7r must be equal to 60. Find the term independent of x in the expansion of root x minus 1 by x square whole power 20. Again find the general term. That comes out to be this. Okay, so 20 minus 5r must be equal to 0. So r equal to 4. R equal to 4 means fifth term. 20 C4 is the answer. Okay. Binomial theorem for rational index. In the previous chapter we have seen the expansion of binomial expression only for positive integer. Now we will see the expansion of binomial expressions for any rational numbers. Statements of binomial theorem for a rational index. If n is a rational number and minus 1 less than x less than 1, 1 plus x, that is x lies between minus 1 and 1. 1 plus x whole power n equal to 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial x square, n into n minus 1 by n minus 2 by 3 factorial into x cube, and so on, n into n minus 1 into n minus r plus 1 by r factorial by x into x power r. Okay. And so on up to infinity. Okay. The binomial theorem for rational index is true only when the first term is 1 and mod x is less than 1. Number of terms in this expansion is finite. So expansion using binomial theorem for rational for rational index up to 3. 1 minus x whole power n. In place of n you have to put minus 1. N is minus 1, right? And in place of x you have to put minus x. Okay, comes out to be 1 plus x square plus x cube, so on. So 1 plus x whole power minus n minus 1, it comes out to be 1 minus x, then plus x square minus x cube plus x power 4 and so on. 1 minus x whole power minus 2, 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube and so on. 1 plus x minus whole power minus 2, 1 minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube, like that. Again 1 plus x whole power minus 3, 1 minus 3x plus 6x square minus 10x cube and so on. This is 1 plus 3x 6x square plus 10x cube and so on. Expand using binomial theorem. Use the formula and find the coefficient. That's it. This thing using binomial theorem means how to do it. Do only one thing. Take 3 common. 3 power minus 3 common. This becomes 1 minus 4 by 3 into x whole power minus 3. So in place of x, what is there? Minus 4 by 3 into x. So substitute minus 4 by 3 into x in place of x. That's it. In the binomial theorem expansion of 1 plus x whole power n. Okay, in place of n, what is there? Minus 3 is there. Okay, so there are some exercise problems. I suggest you to do the exercise problems also. Okay, and ask me if you have any query. Okay, in the comment sections. Finding digits of a number using binomial theorem. Okay, 99 whole power 5 can be found out using binomial theorem, right? Similar way, x plus a whole power n, that formula only. Okay, finding the remainder when 7 power 103 is divided by 25. 7 into 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, 102. Yeah, 49 whole power 51. 49 whole power 51 can be written as 50 minus 1 whole power 51 divided by 25. 50 minus 1 whole power 51 can be expanded like this. Or 7 times divisible by 25, right? Find the remainder divided by 25. Okay. Adding plus 18 and minus 18. Minus 25. Okay, minus 25. Up to here no problem. 18 is taken out. Okay, so k is divisible by 25. Plus 18. Okay, why like that? Because this is divisible by 25. Okay, and what else? Everything is of powers of 50, right? So they are divisible by 25. Oh, that is the reason why he wrote 50 minus 1. Okay, so 18 is the remainder. Okay, divisible by 10. See, 10 means as expected 10 plus 1 whole power 9, 10 minus 1 whole power 11. Again expand. Expand and see, 1 will get cancelled out. So everything is a multiple of 10, so it is divisible by 10. Okay, find the digits of the number. Find the last two digits of the number 13 power whole power 10. So what you want is actually the last two digits, right? 13 square whole power 5, that is 169 whole power 5. Okay. Nothing but 170 minus 1 whole power 5. So expand 170 minus 1 whole power 5 as like this. Okay, using that formula, x plus a whole power n, 6 digits you will get. So last two digits is 1 is one digit. Okay. Oh, that is not 1. Find the last two digits. The last two digits are 49. Find the last two digits. Okay. 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Okay, here you will get 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th and 6th. Right. Okay, in the final answer you need last two digits. Okay. Okay, these are all multiples of hundreds, right? But this is not a multiple of 100. Okay. 5 into 170 is 850. Minus 1 is 849. So the last two digits are 49. Right, I got the problem. Find the last two digits of the number 7 power 400. 7 square whole power 200. 49 whole power 200. So 50 minus 1 whole power 200. Okay, again expand. Okay, these last two digits are important. Last two terms are important. Why? Because all other terms are multiples of hundreds. No, this is also multiple of 100, right? So taking 50 square common, this is minus 200 C 199 is 200 into 50, and this is last digit is 1. Okay, so last digit is 0 1. Yeah, that is right. Only 1 except 1. Everything is else is a multiple of 100. Oh, what is this? Oh, right. I think finding the greatest term is the last topic. Okay, we'll conclude it here after this last topic. If n plus 1 by 1 into mod x by mod x plus 1 is equal to p is a positive integer, then pth term and p plus 1 terms are numerically greatest terms in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n. Okay, if n plus 1 into mod x by mod x plus 1 equal to p plus f, where p is a positive integer and f lies between 0 and 1, then p plus 1th term is greatest term in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n. Okay, find the numerically greatest term in 1 minus 3x whole power 10 when x equal to half. So n plus 1 into mod a by mod a plus 1. N is 10, so 10 plus 1 is 11 into a is how much? 3 by 2. Mod a is 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1 is 33 by 5. 33 by 5 can be written as 5 6 ja. So 6. 7th term is the greatest term. Yes, 7th term is the greatest term. Find the greatest term in the 1 plus 5x whole power 9 when x is 1 by 4. Here we got 50 by 9. So sixth term is the greatest term. Okay. Finding the digits of the numbers using binomial expansion. See, these are not a very difficult problems. Okay. You can solve these problems, and if you have any question, any query, you can always ask me in the comment section. Okay. This is the end of the chapter. Next session will be continuing with the complex numbers. Okay. And your one of the reference book or the textbook, I don't know. Let me check. That will be given in the description. Okay. Which book it is? Here some books are given, right? These are your reference books. Okay. The last one, Kandaswamy. This, okay, sorry, I will highlight that book. If you want to buy this book, that is there in the reference section. The link is there in the description. Okay. If you want to buy, you can buy. Okay. Thank you. We will meet in the next session with the next chapter. Nandri Vanakkam. Are you tired of dental problems? Then listen to this. Stop brushing your teeth using plastic brush and chemical paste. Use nature's gifted neem stick for brushing your teeth and stay healthy.